I had to put them two together. I messed up the photo, but them two really like to be up under you. Maybe they'll start howling. Let's see. Look at these. So, well, you know, a lot of people still ask us, do we raw feed? You know, raw feeding back in the mid 2000s, 2000, all the way from 2010 up to now, that's kind of started kind of fading away a little bit. Was a big thing, and it's funny because not just me, but I've been feeding my dogs raw food for a long time. I mean, I always looked at it like this: the dogs are like canines, and I'm assuming wolves are like canines, and if they were in the wild, they would eat raw food. They wouldn't have no choice. I ain't never seen a Rottweiler cook a bacon sandwich, have you? Suppose. So when the word raw feeding started getting popular, we was already doing that. But one thing that I always knew that a lot of people don't know, and if you ain't figured it out yet, if you just now starting to raw feed, when you raw feed your dog, one, you want to use it as a supplement. Again, if they was out in the wild, they wouldn't have no choice, but since they do have a choice, you want to use it as a supplement to what they're doing. You don't want 100% raw feed them unless you are doing something that requires the dog to be extremely lean, because that's what's going to happen. You can't possibly get that dog enough fat content and additional nutrients to get that dog to be overweight when they eating lean, when they eating raw food. It just makes them lean. The kibble is kind of like I'm gonna say, don't quote me on this, like a carb, but it's like a filler, plus it's the nutrients in it, and they can get fat just off of kibble alone. So when I'm trying to put weight on, like I mentioned before in my other videos, is that I take them and I let them free feed, meaning we put it in a box. Man, I love that dog. God, dog, I love that dog. Yeah, I love you too. I said, don't get up, baby. Don't get up here. You want me to throw it? Okay. I get it. You ready? Ready? Look at it. Oh, Diesel, you want some too? Look at Big Diesel. Big Diesel. Well, okay, Moo. I see you. I can't kiss you on camera. That'd be rated R. Yeah, I give you a hug though. All right, so we free feed them, and when we free feed them, man, they eat what they want, and they can get to the food when they want to. They naturally got back there. They got water that runs pretty much all day for them, and so they can get all the water they want. But they'll put weight on them, especially if you're not letting them run around. So if you sit them in a cage and let them free feed, they ain't gonna do nothing but gain weight anyway. Kind of one of them things too. I think they kind of get bored. They don't have nothing to do but eat, but it puts weight on them, and we typically don't like it. But now in the wintertime it helps because we keep them still. They put on their weight. We let them out to do their thing. They naturally do good in the cold, and it don't get extremely cold here in Arkansas. Yeah, if you feeding your dog raw, they not gonna get extremely big like most people think. Like muscular is the word that I should use. They're gonna lean out, man. It'll show the muscles that they have already because they got less fat content. Like, so Diesel right now is heavier than what I like them to be. Especially Osi, she way heavier. Vegas is a little bit under the light side. She been in the back for a while, letting her play out in the back, and so we'll let her be up here for a while, put some more weight on her, and then when it's time to breed her again, it'll be time to get some of them good old macho puppies. But the last part of this video, the first part of the video, I think was 4 minutes long, so I guess I could get off. I don't know, let's see. Oh yeah, some of y'all have been asking about me breeding these. I don't know if I'm gonna do it or not, man. I just like them. Like, I don't even have somebody ask me. I don't even have some more people offer to give me one. I might get another one. Nobody knows that right now. Nobody up to this point knows it. So y'all were gonna be the first ones to hear it. Hopefully other folks don't hear about it before. hear about it before a time. But yeah, we probably get another Frenchie. And I'm probably going to be getting rid of some of the older Rottweilers that I'm not going to use. I got about 2 or 3 back there that I'm not going to use anymore. That's always the hard part. You know, Biggie Smalls said, don't get high off your own supply. When you got a real dog lover, these is our supply, man. And then you keep so many of them, you're starting to get high off of them, for lack of better words. What I'm trying to say is that breeding is a business. And owning a pet is a luxury, and so you can, if you mix the two, breeders start keeping the luxury when it's not really producing money. Then it's time to let them go. If you starting out doing this and you really don't get experience that yet, or you'll hear breeders say, "I'm keeping this one, I'm keeping that one." Yeah, you keep a lot of your you gotta have a game plan, meaning. You got to get to a point to where you got to have something set up. So, like in our situation, or what I've seen a lot of older breeders from overseas do, is when a female dog or when a female dog gets about 2 or 3, after they had enough time to show her and get her tested, all the health tests and stuff done, they usually try and get up off of her regardless of how she look, to make room for new stuff, because you got to have new stuff in your yard at all times. It's just like anything else, like with cryptocurrencies, electronics, and cars and houses. People want new stuff. They want, after a while, the same thing ain't that attractive no more. So you constantly got to bring in new stuff, and you constantly got to move out old stuff if you ain't got enough room for it. Yep. So on the males, they typically get rid of them after about 4 or 5, unless it's one of the ones that produce well. They'll never get rid of that male unless somebody in India, which is typically the people that buy them. And the Indians won't deal with you Americans. Trust me. I've heard a story where an Indian, and when I say Indian, I'm talking about like the red dot Indians. Indonesians, like, no, there's just the red dot Indians. Let's keep it simple because I sound stupid here in a minute. But anyways, the red dot Indians, they will not deal with you. They'll deal with everybody else, but they will not deal with you Americans. So like a lot of those big time dogs, they end up in India because they spend their money over there, or with them like them Saudis and stuff. They spend their money like it ain't nothing for them. They the only people, matter of fact, that I ever see spend $50,000 to $100,000 dogs, and you can verify. You get a lot of other people talking about the dog worth so much. That's theoretical. Just in theory, that dog is worth much. Like, so these females to me, OC in Vegas, if you look at them, they have 2 litters a year, $3,500 a pop. They have 6 or 7 puppies a piece. You do the math on that after about 4 or 5 years of breeding a female. The male ain't good for nothing but some semen. You can get a male semen from anywhere, though. You know what I mean? You know, he's good for advertising. People come to your kennel because of what your males look like. So that's why overseas they keep the males a long time. And if they ever do get rid of them, and the only way they do get rid of them is somebody offer to pay them $50,000 or $60,000. But you know, in a lot of these other games, you hear about people, $1 million dog. Man, you probably get 1 or 2 people that's never paid $1 or $2 million for a dog, and people can verify it. All the rest of it is just talking, man. But anyways, I'm gonna put them up. We talked about a lot today. They done ran. I'm gonna go get them a snack. Till next time, y'all. See y'all.